everybody. I'm Sara Roberts. I use any pronouns, and I will be playing everybody in this world. So there's gonna, I'm not gonna list all their pronouns, but I'll give them to you as they come. I just hit my funny bone. Who's next?
Hi everyone, my name's Satan, or Alessa Vamp on the interwebs, and tonight I'll be playing Yuiza, our wood elf rogue. I use she, they pronouns. She's she, her, and a variety of other pronouns, so really any with her is fine, and that's me.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, and today I'll be playing Shen, who is a human barbarian. He goes by he, him. I go by he, him as well, and I'm also a menace.
And I am the indoor adventurer, he, him, and tonight I shall be playing as Herbias Thornswallow III, also he, him, a tiefling Petal Knight.
So, last time, the party went and did a bit of housekeeping over at the temple. And you all discovered some things about the deities of the world. Exactly who Sulong had encountered when he was ripped away from you all. And also that something that you picked up quite a while ago might have some significance as it pertains to possibly multiple deities in this world. But after a long day of cleaning, you went about and did a bit of carousing where there was much flirting to be had at the Pink Dragon. Some dagger comparisons, some muffins, and some flowers were handed out as well, with one of our party members scoring a date with a rather flustered NPC named Ivy. But at the end of the night, y'all got a bit of hot goss, finding out that, in fact, Arabelle and Galwin had been a thing, much to the contrary of what she had all told you. And so, after more drinks and a bit of emotional processing with that bombshell drop, we now pick up the next day. Fisscourth and Arat have gone off to do another day of cleaning at the temple, as it might yield some more information for them and give them a bit of time to do a bit of research in their book stacks. You've had a nice breakfast at the Wand's Want. If there is any conversation that the two of you would like to have before heading over to the Pink Dragon to pick up the, I won't say long neglected, we'll just say that your plate was a little bit full to pick up this quest. Yes?
To be fair, we kept on being told to come back later.
That's true. Well, you were only told that once. Anyways, you head on over there, and are there any conversations you'd like to have prior to running into the establishment? You all head over. It's still early in the morning. The tavern is not open yet, but you were directed by Rupert to come back the next morning. You see off in the distance, some of the other wardens are having a discussion outside of the training ring, and the farmers are all bringing in their produce to drop it off at the general store and the other shops in town. And as you enter the Pink Dragon, it is dead quiet. So quiet. It is the quietest you have ever heard this establishment. Whenever you come here, it is always loud. There is always merriment and commotion happening. Music, joke telling, sometimes folks dancing on top of the bars. A little too lost in the sauce, if you get my drift. But all in good fun. And as you walk in, the only creature that you all see is the tavern drake, perched in its usual spot on top of the kegs. Where do you head first?
Yuiza's gonna go behind the bar and up to the tavern drake.
Sulong will follow.
Hello.
The tavern drake stretches and looks at all of you. And it yawns and it lays its head back down.
I'm so sorry to disturb your nap. I was just wondering if you knew where Iggy was, because we're supposed to meet with Iggy.
Its tongue flicks out at you, very lizard-like. And Yuiza, what languages do you speak?
Thieves can't Elvish, Common, and Deep Speech.
All right, so you do not understand this. But Sulong, you understand as it speaks in Draconic. What will you give me?
Oh man, I don't understand what it's saying.
Sulong leans over and hands Yuiza a piece of jerky from his pack.
Huh? I'm not hungry, I just had breakfast.
No, for the Tavern Drake, they're asking what will you give them in return for this information.
Oh. Well, would you like this piece of jerky in return?
Translates.
The drake lifts its head and sniffs the air. No, I have all the food I need.
What does it say?
They are quite full. They have all the food they need. In Draconic, Sulong will ask, would you give me the honor of giving you a belly rub?
Why would I want your belly rub? And you see as it gets down and it moves its body, very reminiscent of Nismat, as it almost snakes its way down the keg.
Well, you can ask anyone around. I have very good hands, and he'll flex.
What are you doing? She's eating the piece of jerky.
Offering the Tavern Drake a belly rub.
Oh, you do good. You do have good hands. He gives very good back rubs. I mean, he hasn't rubbed my belly yet because that's a little personal, but I'm sure it's the same.
I'll help you, but you must help me.
What
Name
does it
thy
say?
price, O great wyvern of the establishment.
Your warden. They talk about you.
Who exactly talks about me?
And you see as it starts to snake its way up onto the bar. The other wardens.
Ah,
The blue one. She talks a lot.
it's nice to know. Yuiza, they wish to...
This is really good jerky, by the way.
Thanks, it's made from the pig we had earlier.
It's really good.
They want us to fulfill a request for them.
Okay, it depends on the request.
What do you ask of us?
Do you know the mayor?
Yuiza sees Sulong pull a face. We are aware of the mayor, yes.
The mayor's butler and the maid used to be engaged. I want to know who broke them up. No one knows the gossip. Find out for me, and your debt will be paid.
Sulong will nod their head, turn to Yuiza. You ready to dig around for some gossip?
I mean, sure. I'm going to be honest. I was asking them where Iggy was out of courtesy because I could just scream and go down the hall and wake everybody up. But
Do you agree?
It seems that we have an accord.
Then the deal is struck. And you see something gold flash behind their eyes.
No, don't
What did you do, Sulong?
Iggy is through that door. And it cranes its head past the bar to a door further in, just past the stage.
Well, I agreed to find out why the mayor's butler and maid have broken up. They were engaged once, and that's why I'm recruiting you. You know. Dig
Okay,
around for
but I
gossip.
wanted to be noted, and she's speaking loudly as she walks for the tavern drake to hear it. This is his deal. I did not agree to anything. I'm just helping him out. You cannot agree for a deal on my behalf.
I apologize.
The tavern drake stretches and yawns again, and it lays down on the bar and closes its eyes.
But I will help you, Sulong. Because that is juicy.
You approach the door, and from the other side, you hear the exasperated sigh of Iggy ring through this rich wood, and if you don't quit scratching up my floors, I will throw you out. I don't care who your best friend is.
You know it's a medical condition. I can't help that.
We're here to help throw people out. Hello.
Oh, really? Hired guard. Very cool of you, Iggy.
Oh, I didn't. Who is? Come in. Who's there?
Hi, Iggy.
It's 3 copper pence for throwing people out.
And you see Iggy sitting there with a friend. Who is sitting across from them?
So sitting across from them, they stand maybe about 6'7", or at least would if they were standing. They have a rich, flowing chestnutty brown hair, a nice full beard. You can see that they have a blazing red dahlia as like kind of like a what's the word? Corsage? Is the corsage on the hand?
Yes.
No, it's I guess the boutonniere is the one.
Our corsage is on the hand. The boutonniere is.
Yeah, so he has a dahlia boutonniere, and is dressed very well. Hair looks very kept. You can see that there is a horn that is protruding from the left side of his head that seems to be broken off around where his ear is. He has very fair skin, black sclera, golden eyes. And the most noticeable thing is, as you see, he has like his legs sort of like crossed in front of him, and they look like wolf legs. Like they look like they are like they have like the digitigrade bendy. There are like beans underneath, and definitely the like claws at the front. And you see that one of them is just sort of like hopping in a tad bit of annoyance.
Hi, Iggy.
Sorry,
Hello,
are
strange
you
person.
are you busy at the moment?
No, I'm never too busy for you. You must be the
Oh.
ones that Rupert said were gonna come by.
Yes.
Well, unfortunately, he called this one as well, so you can all do the job together. How's that sound?
Okay.
Fun.
Hi, strange person.
Please, the name is Herbias. Herbias Thornswallow III. And he extends his hand out and like puts one of his free hands behind his back and extends that out to you.
She'll take it. My name's Yuiza. Oh,
Kiss your hand.
so nice.
Anyway,
You see, Yuiza's got tan skin, deep reddish dark hair with like short bangs that kind of come down on the sides. She has these red tattoos on her face, and she has one like aqua blue eye and one purpley pink eye. So yeah, she has got that heterochromia. And she's wearing skirts that have 2 slits and some sandals that are like gladiator sandals but with like wide straps of cloth. And she's wearing a leather armor top.
Do you prefer Herbias Thornswallow or third?
Well, my full name is Herbias Thornswallow III, but if you're friends, I suppose you can call me Herbias Thornswallow.
Like, full name all the time?
Don't you?
Okay, Herbias Thornswallow.
I'm just kidding with you. Of course you can call me Herbias.
What about Herbie?
Never. Not in a million years.
Anyways, now that you've met my charming guest, and Iggy gives Herbias a look that could curdle milk. As you all know, I pride myself on running this magnificent establishment. It's the only tavern in town, comedy club, blah, 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 blah. You all know the drill. But for the past fortnight, someone has been sneaking into the kitchens and stealing food and booze, making an absolute mess of the place. I tried to hire someone else to handle it discreetly, but they set traps, they posted guards, and they found nothing. Now, I would like for you to investigate this and handle the problem before we open for the day. Zuko and Rupert are to know nothing is amiss, as well as anyone else in town. I don't want the word getting out about this pest issue, if you will. It'd be bad for business and tavern attendance. If you find whatever it is and put an end to it, I'll give you 20 gold each and a 50 gold house credit for the gambling hall.
I like that.
Could you make mine 50 gold credit towards food?
Sure.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
When you see this mess, does it look like it was like a sort of humanoid that came in and stole stuff, or more of like a pest?
I didn't see anything. I just came in and everything was amuck. And when I did inventory, things were gone.
Okay. So it's
I'm to
possible.
say that this is...
Go ahead.
Sorry, continue.
I was just gonna ask, it's possible that it's it could be a person that's kind of running rampant doing this, not just a small animal or medium-sized animal.
I never said it was an animal.
No, I'm aware, but you know what? I understand.
Excellent.
Is the crime scene still around? Is it still intact?
Well, the place hasn't burnt down, if that's what you're asking.
Fair.
Now, you say that this has been a routine operation. Has this been happening in the evenings or the mornings?
I don't know. I'm normally not in this early. I think it's happening overnight, but there have been some days when we haven't been open and no one's been around, and someone has helped themselves to our stores.
Pretty
I
sure
see.
it's a person then, if they're learning like routine hours.
Or at least something with sentience. There are things with
Yes.
sentience that are not, people like you and I.
True. So we should probably go check out the kitchen then. Iggy, I made muffins this morning. Would you like one?
No, I don't eat carbs. But thank you.
That's fair. What do you eat then?
Very little.
Okay. Let's go see the kitchen. Not chicken. I was going to say chicken. Let's go see the chicken. Come on, Herbie. I'm kidding. Herbias.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. I'm Sulong, by the way.
Ah, Sulong? Wonderful name. Nice to meet you.
I like your little bouquet of flowers on your lapel thing.
Oh, yes. The dahlia is somewhat of a point of power for myself.
Oh. Is it? Does it have like a meaning?
Have you ever heard of manifesting?
I can't say I have.
It's like when you think about something incredibly hard and you manifest it into the universe.
Okay.
It's like when you take a dump.
No, that's not manifesting. I mean, if potentially.
Isn't it though?
No.
Right. So you're supposed to just think about something really hard and then it'll happen.
Is he always this crass?
Yeah. You get used to it.
No, my name's Sulong, not Crass.
I don't know if I like this one.
Okay.
So do you think about something really hard and then, like, you know, you get it?
Yes, I suppose that's how some would envision magic to work. For me, my magic stems from the Dahlia itself.
So do you manifest the Dahlia? Or...
Yes. Much in the same way that you would envision, let's say, for example, you're thinking about a hyacinth. Now, a hyacinth is a nice bluish color, and that invokes more of a cold ideology. Very much in this case, the Dahlia, brightly colored, red, wonderful, more of a heated ideology. Look, how about this? When it comes up, you'll know.
Okay.
All right, you've all entered the kitchen, and it's set up to be what can only be described as an industrial kitchen. You can tell that this is a place where food is prepared in great quantities and efficiently. They feed most of the wardens and the locals throughout the week as the kitchens have been built. There are many farmers who come in here to socialize and eat their meals. What do you go look at first? You have tables, you have shelving, there is a storeroom off to the side.
I am going to go and investigate the storeroom and see if it is at all open. I would assume that it is, but however, they have had, these break-ins, so if it is locked for whatever reason, I would not be surprised.
Okay, yeah. You go to the storeroom door, and it is unlocked. There is actually no handle. It's hinged so that it can swing both ways, back and forth. You get the idea that the door is just here to prevent too much heat from getting into this part of the building. Is there something specific that you are looking at within the room, or just doing a general sweep?
I'm going to do a general sweep. We were informed what things are generally going missing. So I would like to start looking around and see if there are like tufts of animal hair or maybe a note that says I took some things in a very peculiar way.
Okay.
Signed to the mayor. I don't know.
Go ahead and roll investigation for me.
Excellent. Investigation. Oh, come now. That is a 6. However, it looked like it was going to be a 13 for at least a little while.
Unfortunately, it did not stay a 13. There are a lot of barrels and boxes and crates back here. It's surprising that anything was noticed that they noticed anything was gone, because there is so much food and drink back here. They are so well stocked. You find a very nice vintage wine, though.
And this is going to come out of my retainer. And he just pockets it. I've fallen asleep back here enough times that I'm just like, yep, that's still where it all looks.
You will never notice this. Yuiza and Sulong, what are you doing?
From the information given to us, was it primarily items taken from the storeroom, or was it like, a pie baking overnight or something taken?
It was items going missing and the establishment being in disarray.
So that would probably also include the table area.
Yeah. I would like to see if like there's any dents or scratches or prints on the table itself with Sulong.
Okay.
Oh,
Or
I was
Sulong.
talking out more in the tavern area where guests are eating.
So it was the whole place.
Mhm.
That was in disarray. Oh,
Yep.
that's true.
Go ahead and roll investigation, someone.
We'll be back, Herbias. We're going to look at the tables.
Yes, go investigate your tables, and I will. And he looks at the bottle of wine that he found. Get some bearing on where this whole thing lies.
Okay, but that sounds a little suspicious. Anyway, bye.
Starting the night off strong with a 21.
You see that for today, the tables are all lined neatly. Their chairs are stacked on top of them with the seating on the table and the legs sticking up. Apparently, someone has recently swept the floor here. You also notice, though, wedged on the bottom side of one of the table legs, something is protruding at an unusual angle from the leg.
Hey, Yuiza. And
Yeah?
Sulong will go to one end of the table and lift it. There's something underneath this leg here. Can you get it?
Yeah. And she'll just reach out and get it.
Go ahead and make me a strength check to see if you can pull this out of the wood.
I am not the one to be doing this, but okay. -2 strength.
Can I give her advantage because she's not pulling it out from underneath a table?
How are you helping her to give her this advantage?
I'm lifting the table up so that she has more of a grip on the object.
Okay.
That's an 11.
Okay. DC was 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the one who asked me to get it.
The dice tell the story sometimes. Yeah, you pull this out. And it's a little claw.
It's a claw. How little is it? Like small? Like from an animal or like a bigger?
It's about maybe 2 inches big.
Does this look like our new friend's claws?
Roll a nature check.
Okay. I have +0. 17.
It does not look canine in appearance.
Okay. I found a claw. It's a claw.
Setting the table down, taking a look at it.
It's pretty big.
Mhm.
I'm not going to lie, Sulong. I at first thought it was going to be like, his claw. Because, what better way to submerge suspicions, like, not helping with the thing. But it's not.
While this is going on, Herbias, what are you up to?
So I have opened up my bottle of wine. I am enjoying it here in this back storeroom. And I think he's just sort of idly brushing papers aside. And then once he realizes, because if I'm looking at the map correctly, he's next to a door that leads outside, or is that a window?
Nope, that's just a wall.
Oh, okay.
The candle makes it look a little bit like a window.
Gotcha. Okay. So, because he's still in that center room. He hasn't gone through. There was a door to the side.
There is no door in that room other than the one that leads to the kitchen.
Got it. Okay. So, if that is the case, he's gonna start looking for windows or anywhere that might be a point of entry.
Okay.
Even the or if people aren't there and things are getting in, he will go to the fireplace.
Okay.
And getting near-ish the fireplace. Is the fire been lit?
There are the embers of a nearly dead fire in there. It's not putting up much
fine.
warmth right now.
Okay. Yeah, he is going to sort of like stick his head into the chimney and see if there are like markings of somebody going Santa Claus down this fucking thing. If there are like little scratchy marks that are going up and down, like sometimes squirrels will use it, but like if there's anything larger than a squirrel, or if it's like a mark that's being dragged where there should be soot, but there is not.
Roll me another investigation check.
That is a modified 20.
Modified 20. Okay. You stick your head into this fireplace, and it's, it could probably use a cleaning, but you don't see any sign of entry. It appears that the flue and all of the mechanical stuff at the top is doing its job. However, as you pull yourself back out, you notice something odd about the flooring. You notice that the tile pattern going between the fireplace under one of the tables is a little bit off.
I see. Yeah, he'll start like moving things around, like if you can possibly like scooch the table out of the way, or like just start checking the stonework to see if anything's loose.
You start checking things around the table. You will likely need help to move the table. These are heavy, like thicker than butcher block top tables.
Excellent. You there, Sulong. You seem like a strong and strapping young gent.
I think
could you
he's
possibly
hitting on you.
See?
I might be. Now, if you wouldn't mind, I do need to see. There's some interesting stonework under here.
We found a claw.
Oh, of what kind?
It's not canine. That's all I know.
Sulong, do you think that you... How about this? I'll assist you with the table, and then we can take a look at that claw.
How's a 24 do me, DM?
A 24, it is still a very heavy table, and it's large and awkward, but you are able to scoot it to the side without disturbing too much of the contents on top of it or destroying the tile on the floor. As you do so, everyone make me a...
Dexterity saving throw.
Not yet. Everyone go ahead and give me a... we'll do a perception check for this one.
I'm too busy looking at Sulong's rippling muscles.
Sorry, 8.
4.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Sulong, you have just been directed, essentially, where to look. Turns out you're pretty good at picking out patterns. You notice that it looks almost as if a 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot square of this tile was just shifted into the wrong position.
All right, you're going to hate me for this, but... So you know how all of these tiles are very neat and orderly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose.
Points down at the misaligned tile. Like it's the tile in the pool.
Gross.
Ew.
I hate it.
Maybe can I go over and see if I can move
You
any
can.
tile?
Yeah.
Like another strength check.
No, actually, this one, because you are going to have to wiggle your fingers in there, we're going to do a dexterity check for this one to get your fingies into that little crevice.
I'm good at that.
Now,
Hopefully.
I have a question
Mm-hmm.
regarding
answer.
this. So, typically, if you're wanting to like get a stone and like pop it out, a thin piece of metal with like a hook at the end might be helpful. If somebody, say, had them in a set of thieves' tools, would you be able to use thieves' tools to add your proficiency to this?
Thieves' tools are going to be too delicate for this. You can, but the DC would be high, and if you fail, they would likely break.
Well,
I take out my dagger.
You could
Can I
use a
use
dagger.
my axe to smash them? No.
I mean, you got to talk to Iggy afterwards after you do that damage. So
7. I didn't do well.
7.
No, I
You
rolled bad.
didn't roll bad. There's no such thing as bad roll. It just tells a different story. You start to get your fingers under this, and you all see as this square, it does shift, but it slips. You can't get a grip.
Wait, I know. She's gonna take out a dagger and just try to like.
This might be a little gross. Sulong sticks his hand on top of the tile and activates the wall climb ability he has to stick to the tile.
Good problem
And then
solving.
Pull it up.
That's really cool. What do you mean, gross?
Icky.
He doesn't know what he's talking.
Go ahead and re-roll that dexterity check with advantage, and we'll see if this works.
Okay.
If it meets, it beats. You did it. With Sulong's help. Good job, guys. Yeah, you get this tile up, and you see that someone has carved a tunnel going nearly straight down. And as you look into this hole, you see in the recesses of it, you see these little handholds that have been, they're not uniform, almost as if something had just swiped at the wall to create them.
I don't want to go down another dark hole again. It did not turn out well the first time. Get it, because it was a well.
I thought you meant the crypt. We go down a lot of dark holes, actually.
Okay, I mean, I wasn't shunted into like a different reality like you, but it wasn't bad.
Ah, so the two of you are adventurer types.
Yeah, we're wardens.
Yeah. Recently.
Yeah.
That would explain why you still have trepidation. If there's one thing I've learned about my many years as a seasoned adventurer, it's to never be afraid of a hole. And he looks down at the hole on the floor and just like he'll just jump down into it.
Sulong looks to the right and sees a sign in Goblin that reads "No hands."
Simon, did you bring a second character?
I look, using D&D Beyond, it's never been easier. But because we talk about third-party content, it might take me a hot minute.
No, it won't, because you could be Herbias Thornswallow IV.
Oh.
Someone put in a seat at the table that we have to tell that story. Or not a seat at the table.
Yes,
Yeah, seat at the table.
Yes. Nice
So you jump down.
Right, gang?
Are the rest of you following?
Can I piggyback right off of you while you stick on the walls?
I was just gonna cover the hole back up and say the job's done.
You know what? That is fair.
As you look at this hole, there is not enough room for you to piggyback off someone. This is enough for this is essentially dug so that just one body can go up and down.
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Yuiza, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Sulong crawls in feet first and just leaves his shoulders at the top. So there are like structures called elevators. You could just stand on my shoulders and I can lower myself.
Okay. You go down, and then I'll go down after you.
Sure.
You know what? I'll step on your shoulders.
Hold it in,
You're
RJ.
welcome. You're welcome for what you see.
Pants.
I'm wearing a skirt.
So, Herbias, are
Yes.
you just jumping straight down this 60-foot hole? Or are you stopping yourself with your claws at some point?
Yeah, I'll probably it's more of like a jump in and then immediate brace and just sort of like how Ninja Gaiden, for example, you can just slide down the wall. Like that's what he's doing, is just trying to maintain a good slide. Although, yeah, he's not high enough level to do a 60-foot drop just yet.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a dexterity, a dex check to see if you manage this and your climb down.
Okay.
Yuiza and Sulong, you'll roll this as well. Yuiza, you can roll yours at advantage since you are getting help from Sulong.
What am I rolling again, sorry?
A dex check.
Modified 20.
Fabulous. You get down this shaft just fine.
Modified 20.
Fabulous.
I'm sorry, y'all. 18.
You did fine. So you all make it down, and it just keeps going and going, 60 feet. And then it opens up into a small cavern, hand-hewn. And I will move you all over to this map.
Sulong extends his arms out in front of him for Yuiza just to plop down into and then set her right.
Yeah, she'll just boop. Thank you.
Yeah.
As
no
you get down here, for those of you without dark vision, the only light is coming from the tunnel above, and you can see before you a narrow passage leads forward.
I can't see.
Do you not have dark vision?
No.
Let me see. What can I do about this?
I've got torches in my adventuring pack.
Oh, yes, torches and things.
Yuiza did recently get some items.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, guys. I have a candle. She's gonna take out her ever-burning candle.
There you
What
go.
is that candle? Yeah. Candle.
All right.
And I'm gonna... If I light my torch with this candle, is it an ever-burning torch?
I believe there was something about lighting other items with the candle. I think it only applied to other candles, though, but you should be able to read that on the item description. I will give you some candlelight. So you should have light now as well. But you are able to begin moving forward. Should you choose. Or you can go back up until, like, you quit. You're done for the day.
Oh, of course not. There's not only money riding on this, but I have to expertly drop an emptied bottle of wine near the monster after we defeat it and say, look at what he did. So this cavern, because the pathway up had handholds that looked like they were just sort of forged into the stone, does this cavern look like it was made? Or does it look like this was naturally forming and whatever decided to go upwards, like, could smell cheese through 60 feet of solid stone?
Roll me a nature check.
Let's see it. Oh, come now. That's a 9.
It's a hole in the ground.
My God. Fairly certain that thing could smell cheese 60 feet through straight stone.
Do you think it was a rat? Or like a mouse?
Yeah, it'd be bigger than any rat I've ever seen.
I mean, this claw was pretty big. What color is the claw, by the way?
It's a silverish color. Silverish grayish. Has that keratin texture.
Oh,
You know-
keep it.
There's a little natural phenomenon known as the Rat King, where a bunch of rats get their tails all tied up together.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of gross, actually. They
Yep.
eventually expire due to not being able to separate themselves.
That is disgusting. The only rat kings I've ever faced was a man wearing wraps inside of a sewer. He could control rats with his mind.
Ugh,
Sounds really cool.
sounds very perturbing.
Ah, you learn to say a thing or two. Okay. If we go forward, just stand behind me.
Why?
Because I'll protect you. You said you're new at this sort of thing. And as a seasoned adventurer, it is my duty to make sure that all of you young upstarts have a fresh chance to learn from the best.
No, that makes sense.
Now,
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
no, but of course.
60 feet of straight stone, huh?
As the seasoned adventurer, what tunnel should we take? There's 3 apparently.
Well, seasoned adventurers always go left,
Why?
in my expert experience.
Okay.
Because in mazes, eventually you'll find the exit if you continuously go left.
I see he has been through a few mazes.
I like reading adventure books.
Oh. You should
I
read me
see.
sometime too long. Okay, left
Alright.
we go.
I can't tell my left from my right.
All right.
I had to think about it first. It's like, it's not my
Stage
left.
left.
It's third.
As
Yeah.
you move down this tunnel, I will need everybody to make a perception check.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw. What?
Rolling very hot tonight. That's a 10.
22.
16.
Okay. DC was 10. Unfortunately, you all pass. As you go to lead your friends forward, Bias, you suddenly look down and you see, just as you're about to step on it, a pressure plate.
Ah! Adventure 101. Always look under par. And he points out the pressure plate.
And the rest of you see this as well. Yuiza, you actually saw it before he nearly stepped on it.
You see that she's like 3 steps behind you, holding Sulong back. Oh, wow. I totally did not know that was there. Wow.
Yes. Keen eyes are all the rage in dungeons. Now, another thing that we must have to recognize. What is a pressure plate doing in a cavern of a cheese thief?
It's probably a trap to keep people out.
But
Being held under pressure.
Can I
potentially, it could be a hostage situation, Sulong. You are very correct. However,
As he's talking, I'm going to take out some tools
Okay.
and try to disarm it. It's like,
Okay. Go ahead and make me a thieves' tools check as you try to disable this.
now, what this is begging the question of, who built this plate?
Looks over to Yuiza. Well, do you have any speculations?
Something with claws.
Something that likes cheese.
Potentially.
Something that
Five.
will have a wine bottle.
Something that will drink wine, yes.
All right, Yuiza, what did you roll?
25.
Fabulous. You disarm this. It's a effective but simple trap. And as you follow the mechanism up the walls, you see that just out of eyesight, as this particular passage begins to turn, there was a crossbow aimed at this location.
I got it, guys. It's disarmed.
Excellent
I'm gonna go
work.
try and take the crossbow out.
And under the crossbow is a second trap.
As you take this crossbow down from its perch, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
7.
Okay. Where are you all going next?
I got the crossbow. Does anyone want the crossbow with like 1 bolt?
No, but you should probably uncock it. That way you have a crossbow that you can use later, or a bolt for a crossbow you already have.
Words of wisdom.
I say we keep down this path, because clearly somebody doesn't want us going down here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What are the odds that the other paths are equally as trapped?
Probably high.
Very high, unless we're dealing with kobolds, potentially. Because kobolds, they like to have their own particular way about doing things. Like, they could have lanes 1 and 3 are trapped, but the middle one is safe, because they like to have that element of surprise.
Also, that way there's a safe way for them to get down.
Correct. They also know where all the traps are. Looks like we've been met with a left and a right.
You said left, right?
Yes.
Left or right?
Left.
Right.
Yes.
Correct. Left.
Right.
Correct.
Right?
No.
No, left.
Left.
Right.
This way! And now knowing that there are traps, just like scanning while they're walking.
You know, if I knew we were going to fight something, I probably would have stopped back home to get my axe.
Axe?
I thought we were just doing a job for Iggy.
Do you not have your weapons?
I have weapons, but just not the big one.
Do you want to go back and get the big one?
Yeah, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You want my sword?
Don't you need it?
No, I use daggers most of the time.
I'll take your sword.
Okay. It's a short sword.
Okay.
As you move down this hallway to the left, right? I need everyone to make me another round of perception checks.
Natural 20 for 23.
Fabulous.
18.
As you are moving down this hallway, you all see about 20 feet in front of you. You see another pressure plate.
Careful. There's another one over there.
Yes. Now, do you think you'd be able to disarm this one like you did the last?
Probably.
And trap Smith away?
Oh, thanks.
Roll me that Thieves' Tools check.
18.
Fantastic. Once again, same mechanical mechanism and same pressure plate setup. This time, when you disarm the trap, you follow the trigger and where the line attached to it leads. And you see that it was attached to a metal grate hanging in the ceiling. And from the grate, there are hanging spikes that would have come down and hit against anything that stepped on that spot. But you did good. You're safe.
That would have been a very big ouchie.
There's
You
a
see those
lot of
spikes
effort
up
to go
there?
through.
Yeah. We would have been shish kebabbed. And she just hops over the plate. Whoop.
Fantastic.
Another left and right.
Yeah, you are all met with another option to go left or right as this tunnel branches once more.
That way or that way? Sulong's pointing.
That way.
Okay.
This way.
Left.
I'm not doing this again.
Okay. Still checking for traps.
You continue down this hall, and you don't need to roll anything. You don't find anything, except as you get towards the end, you see that there's a rather crude drawing of a mermaid, or what you think might be a mermaid, on one of the walls.
Are we? We aren't even anywhere near-ish the sea.
No, but we have encountered some water creatures before.
Yeah, Fisscourth keeps telling me to stay out of the water. You know, the water hoolings are going to get you.
I was talking more about the Marrow Jay.
They're fey.
Yeah, but they're kind of water adjacent, no?
Yeah, but I don't think they're often here. See, the Marojay was like a whale that wasn't really a whale, but not like a whale the animal, like a whale like the little wishing well. And like I threw my tooth down in there, right, Herbias? And then it kept following us, like appearing, the strange whale appearing out of places. And it's like, oh, you're my friend Yuiza because you gave me a gift because I threw my tooth down the well.
As
you do. And then it tried to drown us, and then it tried to attack us, and then we left, and then it was back in the middle of town, and then we defeated it. We didn't kill it though, and we found some things inside it. It was like this weird creature with like a shell on its back that's also its house and where it keeps its treasures. And we found it. No, it's different. And like then we were able to send it back to the Feywild.
So a Fey tortoise.
No, it was more like a weird, like, humanoid creature with, like, you know, like, little snails. Kind of like that, like a little shell on its back.
I see.
Like a hermit crab.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
And you gave it your tooth.
I didn't know it was a creature. I thought it was just a wishing well, so I gave it my tooth.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like walking and talking through this dungeon, like checking for traps, being like, you gave a well a tooth.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Ripped it out of my jaw and gave it to it.
You continue forward, and you enter into an opening, and you see, as you look about, some large rocks that have fallen here, and you see veins in these rocks that are glittering. As the light from your candle hits them, Yuiza, they glitter almost a coppery golden hue.
I think this is like a gold mine, guys.
In the mines.
A secret underground mining operation. Iggy, a cad. It's all been a front.
I don't think anyone's actually mining here.
No, I think maybe people are mining here or used to mine here. Otherwise, that would explain what they were trying to keep us from getting, they being analogous for us versus them scenario, because we did find several traps leading us here. So I'm assuming that this is what the traps were for, potentially.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I'll just go up and start touching shit.
Okay. How far into the cavern are you going?
I'll go 30 feet.
Okay. You move in, and you clearly see these veins through the rock, especially through the big one. It appears as you look up to have fallen from the ceiling, or what you assume to be the ceiling of this structure.
And I think that we might have to tell at least someone. I'll be sure to tell my father about this, although we're more gardeners than we are miners. But money's money, you know.
I think technically Iggy still owns this, no?
Oh, well, Iggy owns the land up top, but there's 50 feet of rock that goes underneath. And if this is an opening somewhere else, I mean, there would probably be cause for liability's sake if there were open caverns underneath the pink dragon. But there are open caverns underneath a lot of things.
I'm not very familiar with Dullhand's zoning laws, so take a look at the ledgers after we get out.
Yeah, we could always check.
Herbias, as you're standing there inspecting these gold ore lines, does an 18 hit you?
An 18, it certainly does.
Okay. As you're standing there, you feel the slightest breeze. And as you look towards it, you see that a small red and black spider has landed on your shoulder.
Hello, you.
It's tiny, about the size of a smaller than a gold piece.
We forgot to look up.
As you say that, Yuiza.
Just-
Another one falls down from the ceiling and hangs from its web right next to you.
Oh, Sulong.
Yeah.
We didn't look up.
As Yuiza says this to you, Sulong, you notice that crawling out from the webbing nearby, 3 tiny spiders crawl up over the rocks and webbing.
You know, it's not up we should be worried about more than, and he'll point towards the webbing that has amassed, I think, about a third of this cave. We should leave, yeah?
Yes, we know where the goods are. He's just like trying to like blow the spider off of his shoulder.
Bye, little spiders. We're so sorry for coming into your house uninvited.
Go ahead and make me a... Gosh, let's do like a strength to how far you brush it. I don't know. What do you do for blow spider away?
Animal handling or nature.
Let's do animal handling.
It's 6. So he's more like spitting on this spider in a failure of trying to...
It wiggles its little legs at you. Anyone who would like to can roll me a nature check.
That's a 6. I'm still just... Although... yeah, no, never mind.
16 for Sulong.
Sulong, you know these to be red-banded line spiders. They can actually be tamed as pets.
Oh. Red-banded line spiders, they're actually really easy to domesticate if you give it some time and effort.
Long. Can I have a pet spider?
Yes, you can have the one from my shoulder if you want it. Now here, come take it.
I'm gonna go over to him and just put my hand next to it.
Okay. Make me an animal handling check.
No, it was almost a natural 20. I just want to be friends with a spider.
A 2.
It was a 5, technically. So
You go to pick it up, and it does get on your hand. However, it's going to try and bite you. You were a little too aggressive. Got a 15 on the roll. Yeah. Plus, it's modified, so for a dirty 20.
Mm-hmm. She's just like,
Yeah, you're going to take 6 points of bitey damage.
Oh, and I'm going to put it on the rock.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an animal handling check to see if you can get it off your hand.
Herbias will
16?
assist.
Okay. If you want to crit fish, you can go ahead and roll higher. Yeah, go ahead and try one.
15?
Okay.
So, yeah.
I was just looking for an 11, buddy. But it does crawl off your hand. It seems that you scared it more than it was actually trying to be aggressive. They're actually all rather kind of tame.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one of my muffins. I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna put it in front of it. I didn't mean to be rough. I'm sorry.
It walks around the muffin.
Just a little crumb of muffin for it.
Yeah. They don't eat muffin. It's very
carnivorous.
sweet, though.
I don't have meat on me.
You had jerky.
I ate it. It was good jerky.
Yeah, Herbias is like, you know what? This room full of spiders, spiders and gold, good things to mark down on a map. However, not something I think that's climbing up, digging holes into a wall. to steal groceries from the tavern.
Okay. Question though. When we come back, can I try again to befriend the spider?
Try to befriend the spider all you want. I'm not going to tell you no. I'm just saying I don't like being in a room surrounded by spiders.
Oh, they're so pretty though.
They are very pretty, and usually, when it comes to wildlife, the more pretty a thing looks, the more bloody dangerous it's going to be.
So
it
that
bits
makes
me and I'm
Yuiza
not
extra
dead.
dangerous. Got it.
You are correct.
Hey.
Double finger points.
Especially when they are very bright, vivid colors, such as your eyes.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Wink, and then he continues off down the cave.
It's compliment Yuiza day.
Oh my god, thank you guys.
It's compliment everyone day.
I'll be back, little spiders.
All right. Where are you heading to next?
Now, we took a left, and that did not lead us outside of this place.
So we should
I would
probably
say-
take rights.
We could go down from where we
Yes.
currently are and explore this entire lefternmost wing.
Oh yeah, because it seems like these two paths connect. So if we just go over here, which is still technically our left.
And continue south.
Yes.
Where we
the
are.
hole.
Ah!
Another hole.
What's your marching order?
I'll be
I'm-
going. I was going to say I'll go first unless Yuiza is like, Trapsmith.
I know, she's just like, oh, and then yeah, she just kind of walks off,
Okay.
forgetting about the trap.
Too long in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go in front.
Keep calm, carry on.
You got it. Yeah, I think that Herbias is still like looking around, checking for traps, but for the most part is like just strutting into new rooms. Like, what's in here?
Roll
And yeah,
as you move down here, checking for traps. Roll me a investigation check.
historically, I've done very well with these. Historically, I've done very middle of the road with these. That's a 10.
As you are walking and talking and describing the many different virtues of poisonous creatures, you take a step out onto what you think is just more stone. But as your weight goes down onto your foot, you drop down
Yep.
into a 20-foot vertical shaft. You can make yourself a dexterity saving throw to see if you can catch yourself on the wall.
That's a 25.
Fantastic. You are able to grab onto the edge of the pit, so you will avoid falling and taking in any bludgeoning damage that could have happened here.
Are you okay?
Yes, but I desperately need uppies.
Oh, Sulon can help with that.
Yeah.
Up.
Hang in there, Herbias.
And like you can see his wolf feet are like tucked, are like pressed up against the wall. Like he's actually looking pretty good as far as hanging on goes.
Are you still hanging on to tunnels?
No, windowsills of young maidens.
Cheers to that. Sulong will reach down and help pull Herbias up.
Oh, thank you.
Easily enough done. However, to continue on, there is now a 10-foot gap that you will all have to cross.
Done. Easy.
Oh, is it?
You betcha.
Okay. How are you all getting across this?
I climbed the wall.
Okay.
Good man. I'm going to running jump.
Okay.
Would you like to come along, Yuiza?
Yes. Uppies.
Backpack.
You're backpacking Yuiza along?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just hanging on to dear life sideways.
Hang on tight, spider monkey.
I just wanted to see what silly shit you'd get up to. Last time someone just got dropped in the water twice. You all make it across. And the space opens up a little bit. You hear the gentle drip of water into a puddle up ahead. Everyone make me a perception check in this area.
21.
Okay.
12. Yuiza's hair gets in my face.
Sorry, 18.
Okay. You all see something almost tucked into the small alcove off to your left. It's wedged down into the rock, almost as if it was intentionally placed there in order for it to be forgotten.
Yeah, Herbias will go up and inspect it. He got the 21.
Careful, it's not a trap.
He'll give it a looky-loo.
As you get up close, you see that it's a figurine. Do you try and pull it out?
Yes.
I'm still hanging on to Solon. Solon, can you take 5 steps that way?
Which way? I can't see through your hair.
That way. She's gonna turn it.
Make me a... You're going to need to make a strength check because it is wedged in there.
Blast. All right. Well, let's see what we can do.
DC's not too high.
I don't have very much strength.
Do you have a -2 like me?
No, I have a 0.
You're
So a
fine.
9 in total.
Fortunately, the DC was 10.
I thought so.
So it is wedged in there quite good.
Looking at this figurine, because I can tell it's a figurine, what is the figurine of?
It appears to be feminine.
Like mermaid-esque?
You can't tell. You can't get it out. You can only see from about here up.
I knew it.
You see a little
It
bit of
doesn't look
cleavage.
like there's perfectly placed. Yeah, I think that Herbias will make a point of it to the rest of the party and say, "There's a figurine of a feminine form stuck inside of this wall."
How long you want to give it a go?
No.
Okay, I'll go.
Wait, I was joking. Hold on.
What?
I tried to grab it, but my mitts didn't have the sticking power that Sublongs have.
I'll assist Yuiza in pulling out the figurine.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of you roll a strength check with advantage.
No, roll it with a -2.
Please
You can add
do.
20 and get an 18.
5. It's really slippery. I
now
can't really
we've-
get the grip.
Now we've all covered it in hand sweat, and it's just there's no recovery on that one. It's just going to be kind of slip.
I think you should be the one doing this so long. Look, it made my fingies all red, and it kind of hurts.
Strength or athletics?
Strength.
14.
14. As you pull this from the crevice, it's hard to see, but the light of a Yuiza's candle glints off of it. And in your hands, you hold the figure of a woman near identical to the statue of Timora. But in the hand where Timora holds a frog, this woman holds the head of a stag. And that's where we're going to go to break. Let's go ahead and hop back into it. You all traversed the cavern and met some 8-legged friends, disarmed a few traps, and fell for one, literally. And now you've all assisted in prying out a small statuette.
There was a bug. I'm so sorry. I caught it, though.
I thought you were trying to get my nose.
No. So, a deity, a statue of a woman holding a stag's head in her hands. Is this a known deity?
Herbias, roll me a religion check.
One of the skills I'm trained in.
This is not
About as well as I've rolled the rest of the evening. A 7.
Herbias, this looks a lot like Tamora, but a little off. You are very familiar with Timora, as she is one of the main deities at the local temple. But
yes.
this one's not quite right.
Well, that's odd. I mean, usually she's holding sacks of money.
Or frog.
Or a frog. A
this
standard thing.
This is Bathsheba, not Tamora.
Oh.
Yeah.
And they're like sisters or
I don't know if they're
family.
But do you know how Tamora is good luck, Bathsheba is bad luck?
Oh. So we definitely want to put it back into the wall, is what you're saying.
Maybe. There's been a lot of like Bathsheba stuff underneath the ground here, honestly. There was like a crypt under the temple that we saw. And it had like stag's head and it talked about like Bathsheba and stuff. And then an undead mage came out of it and shunted Sulong into like a different, like, I don't know, dimension or existence. And then we had to fight it in a bunch of four-armed skeletons. And then it was a lot.
In this town?
Yeah.
A lot has happened since I have last been here.
I don't
This happened
know.
like last week.
Yeah.
Yes, a lot has happened since I've been gone.
You've gotten some weird rumors in your sister's
Yes.
letters, and from Rupert.
It's true.
So do I like put it back? Do I just ask politely not to curse us with bad luck?
I mean, I think it was like put there to like be forgotten. Maybe she wants us to bring her back. But then again, should we? Because it's Bathsheba. And I don't know. Tamora did me like obviously she did not do me a solid at first, but then she did me a solid.
Well, how about this? If y'all don't want to hold on to it, or are not comfortable putting it back into the earth.
I'll hand it over with a quick, please don't give us bad luck.
Okay.
No.
I hope this doesn't take too long. I have somewhere to be later today.
Oh, right, you have your date, right?
It's not a date.
Oh, she's showing you the farm.
Oh, there aren't many farmers
Showing me
around.
a greenhouse.
Where I come from,
House.
that's a date.
Quick question. I know I haven't known you long, Yuiza. Is the person that you're going out on a date with, is her name Ivy by chance?
It's not a date. And yes, she was selling flowers earlier the other day, yesterday at the market. I bought the flowers and I gave her some flowers because, you know, she was very pretty. And she's like, oh, I never get flowers because, you know, I'm the flower girl. I'm like, that's sad because you're very pretty and you deserve to get flowers. Not because you're pretty, but that you seem like a nice person. And, you know, we agreed to like hang out today.
Well, that's wonderful. When you see her, tell her her brother says hello.
What?
You two look nothing alike.
I mean, you can always say hi, give her a heads up, I guess. Or actually, you don't have to mention me if you're going to be on a date having fun. So better not die in this cavern, eh? Don't want you standing up my sister.
No, she's really pretty. I don't want to send her up.
So let's not die in a cave.
Let's not die in a cave.
Let's not die in a cave. I have different reasons for not wanting to die in a cave, primarily not wanting to die in a cave.
That's a good reason. Solid reason, even. Now, there's more of this cave to explore. We haven't found out the whole cave situation yet.
It's a cave. It's all holes.
And what have we learned? Never be afraid of a hole.
Holes are our friends.
Ooh, what's this? Something shiny and bilge water, it seems.
It's not what's shiny.
Looks shitty, actually.
No, round the corner. Yeah,
Oh.
something shiny.
As you move into this area, spiders descend from above. No, I'm just kidding.
Not again!
You come across some muddy cave water, and everybody make me actually, Yuiza. Make me a perception check. You specifically. And Sulong can make this. You've seen this before.
20.
20. As you walk
11.
into this area, clearly in plain sight, you see more of those crystals that were growing in the Temple of Tyr. What was it, Tyr?
Okay.
Who was it?
The war god.
Yeah, the war god. That one guy.
Yeah.
Tyr. No, not Tyr. Tempest. Tempest.
Tempest.
I was
The
gonna say
other
Simon,
T
the
one.
one we keep confusing in the other.
Ah, yes.
Here, Tempest, there's a lot of T's here. Hey, those are the too long. Those
Yeah,
crystals.
I see.
Yeah. Sorry.
Seems that there's a vein of gemmies in this small hole.
Supposedly they're magic crystals that were growing in the Temple of Tyr up top.
It's
Magic,
possible we're underneath the temple right now.
DM.
Yes.
I'm gonna do something that I haven't done since Monday.
Okay.
With my Outlander feat,
Okay.
with my Outlander class feat, I'm able to keep track of the layout of town settlements and never get lost inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to think back, is this around where the temple would be?
It is not. You actually think that this cave is pushing back towards one of the farms.
I think this is actually more towards one of the farms.
Which
Oh.
farm? My farm? My family's farm?
I don't know your family.
That's fair. She does. It seems.
I do. It seems.
Well, it's not Joey's farm, I can tell that much. He has a cat and his
Oh,
mom
yeah.
bakes pies.
Mr. Kitty.
Oh. I don't really know what else to do in this place. Are we harvesting crystals? Are we going to keep guessing as to what's on the
sell
surface?
them as like focuses, so you probably make some money.
I'll come back for it. We have to come back for the gold anyways.
I have
And
a
spiders.
big bag full of them in my bag, so it's fine.
A big bag full of spiders?
Crystals.
Oh,
I
right.
wish I had a bag full of spiders. I want to be friends.
What?
With
No.
yeah.
Why would you want a
Horrifying.
bag full of... Do you know how heavy that would be?
No, they're pretty light.
Not if you have a bag full of them. That's like asking what's heavier, 10 pounds of copper or 10 pounds of aluminum.
Well, I'm not carrying 10 pounds of like.
That's because it's a puzzle.
They
I'm
weigh
not
the
carrying 10
same.
pounds of spiders. I'm carrying like 10 spiders. That weighs like nothing.
Are you taking any crystals or no?
No, I'm leaving.
All right.
Everyone's so rude about spiders. They do so much for us. She's talking, and then she'll just hop on Sulong's back.
As you all exit back into the opening, can I get everyone to make me another perception check?
Yes.
Okay.
Not again.
I can't guarantee I'll roll well.
That's fine.
Oh,
I
well,
can't
you made me
guarantee
get-
anything.
You made me get a natural one, and I made you get a natural 2. It's just
16.
Sulong, as you are walking back out, you feel a slight breeze coming from the wall to your south.
The air is a little less stale here. And he'll turn towards the wall to the south. kind of with Yuiza on his back, walking over and feeling along the wall for that crack for the air.
Yuiza's just like, I don't know how to tell when the hair is different.
Roll me investigation on the wall. I'll say you can either investigate or you can use nature. Either one.
Can I help?
If you describe how you're helping.
I'm going to be looking, because I'm still on his back and my head is next to his head, I'm going to be looking right next to where he's looking and being like, I can try and help you.
I'm going to say that does not count.
And touching
It's
the
okay.
wall.
I have advantage on investigation checks anyway. 16.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
I got a 15, but in nature.
Fabulous. So you both locate this. There is a structure that is made to look like a door, almost theatrical in nature. As soon as your hand passes over it, you can see that what has been created to look like stone doesn't feel like stone. It feels too light. And as you are feeling around this, one of your fingers hits a latch and you hear it pop.
Huh.
And slowly and silently, it swings open, revealing you step into a small cavern, disguised to look like it's behind another rock wall. There is a small fire that is burning in the center of the room, and along the walls, there are crates and bags and tins and jars and all manner of trinket box that have been stored and piled up here. You see fruit baskets from the general store. You see crates marked with the wand's want symbol. You even see items that look like they came out of the cellar that you passed through underneath the temple. And off to the far side, sound asleep, are two kobolds. One of them is in leather armor with a yellow cap pulled over the top of his head and down over his eyes, almost like a sleeping mask. And the other one wears a blue leather vest trimmed in dirty fur. And on top of their head is a hood sewn to look like a unicorn head.
I think we found our culprits.
Well. And there doesn't look like there's like more sleeping arrangements that are set up. It's like just these two.
It is just these two.
All right, so I think that we have them outmanned. If they're looking for work, I have an idea. Because a farm can always use more hands.
That's true. Or
They don't have to die here.
Oh, no. First of all, it seems like they're stealing because they need to survive. There's no cause for death there.
Well, we don't know that. They might be kleptomaniacs, and those people steal not to survive, but because it brings them some sort of sick pleasure. Or they're just ill.
It's just regular pressure, really.
It's just regular stealing, is what you're trying to say.
I mean,
It's ethical stealing.
yeah.
Like that Mama's Play with that Jean Valjean character.
Exactly. I have no idea what you're talking about, but
Loaf of bread.
Yes.
exactly. Like, remember we talked about Sulong in the temple with the stealing?
All right.
Yeah.
So, he will sort of like cinch up. He has like an ascot kind of situation going on. More of like a fancy scarf that's been pulled, and he cinches it up a little bit, and you see that there's a glow of magic as he uses his helm of comprehend languages, but I am flavoring it as a scarf so that way he can speak kobold, because he doesn't speak draconic. He practiced gnomish. All right, so we wake them up and say, cut it out, you little shits.
If you need help, Sulong speaks Draconic.
Well, most people speak sword as well.
What?
He pulls out his rapier.
Uh,
I wasn't going to stab them, but having, like, what if they sleep with a knife? Well, I feel like we're talking very loud in this small chamber.
Normal to sleep with a knife.
you don't sleep with any weaponry?
No. Why would I
That's
sleep with wet?
weird.
Can I have
That's a little
everyone
weird.
roll me a stealth check?
$15.
Natural
15.
20 or 26.
Oh wait, I read the 15 from Sulong. I got 13. So I'm guessing I'm standing like right here in comparison.
Over here.
As you are all talking, you see the one in the unicorn hood abruptly sit up and then flop back down, still sound asleep.
My uncle used to do that.
All right. So, how would you go about waking up these little cuties?
Sulong sticks 2 fingers in his mouth.
Wait. Just one moment. And he will pull out his rapier and he will spin it, and the rapier just stays in the air as it continues to spin. Because I have a dancing rapier, apparently. Which
You're
can
welcome.
float. Yeah, thank you. Which can float and do things telemagically. So I'm just gonna have the rapier just like pointing down from up high behind the kobolds in a way where like they won't see it on immediate wake up, but if we need to threaten, my sword's right there.
Okay. How are you waking them
All
up?
Yuiza and Sulong just fingers in mouth.
Yeah. Yeah. Just loud whistling.
My poor little babies. You do this, and the 2 kobolds shoot up immediately, and they both run for each other. The hood of the one wearing the unicorn flops down into their face, and the other one forgets to pull up his hood, and they slam into each other at the same time and fall onto their butts on the ground. Who's there? Who's there? What? Who's there? Hello? Who?
Calm down.
Oh, they're not
calm
threats
down.
to anybody.
They're idiots.
Who
Who are you? Says the
Who are
one with the
you?
unicorn hood.
Are they speaking common or draconic?
They're speaking in common. And the
Now we
one
have
in
to-
the one in the yellow cap goes, "Yeah, who are you?"
Who are you?
Herbias Thornswallow III.
Sulong Shen, hi.
Yuiza.
The one in the yellow hat goes, "What are you doing in our house? This is our house. Are you here to join our tribe?"
Fuck off. No, I'm not.
Whoa!
First of all, calm down.
Language.
Oh, speaking casually to them. Isn't that what we agreed on?
Well, we understand that this is your house, but all this stuff is stolen, and the people that own it want it back.
No, it's not. It's finders keepers, and we left presents. So technically we paid for it.
What did you leave?
Some really nice rocks. And a fancy
That's-
stick.
That's not what the owner wants for them. He sells them at, for money.
The one in the unicorn hat goes, "We don't have any money, but we have stuff. Do you want to
Stuff.
join us?"
Would you like to earn some money?
"No, we already got what we need. Right, Munch?" And Munch looks over to the one in the unicorn hat and goes, "That's right, Lunch. We got everything we need."
Lunch and munch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but people want their stuff back because they weren't ready to give it away, and you took it from them.
Well,
And that is a little rude, and other people know you're down here, and they're going to come back for their stuff.
we're
So
not
we-
rude. We're big, strong dragons, and we're gonna show them all. And we don't need our tribe. And we're not mad that they kicked us out at all.
Hey, Yuiza's gonna go hands up, like slow. It's like, hey, it's okay. It's okay. Can I get close? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you guys hungry?
No, we got food. And
Okay.
Lunch nods her head and, yeah, we got food. Look, you want an apple? And she holds up a half-eaten apple that was sitting on her bed.
I don't want an apple, but do you have muffins? Because I have muffins.
Both of their eyes get very wide as they look at you, and they both give grabby hands for muffins.
Okay.
Yuiza, make me a perception check.
22.
You see that as Lunch leans forward, on one of her little digits, her claw is broken, and it matches the one that is in your pocket.
Oh. Hey, okay. You have to say please.
Please, please.
Yes, two can have muffins. No, she'll give each one. They're like chocolate chip muffins.
They eat them without even taking the wrapper off of them. It is just one bite and it is gone. Can we have more? Yeah, can we have more?
If you listen to us, we have a proposition for you. I
What's
will
up?
give you more muffins.
What's the
A deal.
Okay.
Okay. This is my friend Herbias, and he had a deal to make with you so that way you can still have a lot of food and stuff without stealing from people. And maybe you can make some friends like us.
Now,
And she'll sit with like lunch next to her and like give her like a sneak of her own muffin while she's eating her muffin.
Will
I
these friends
believe-
get mad if we eat too much and kick us out?
I believe that what my compatriot was trying to say is you, as you stated, are powerful dragons.
Uh-huh.
Dragons receive offerings for their deeds and because people respect them. How would you like to receive offerings on a weekly basis, sometimes bi-weekly, depending on if it's a slow season? Or bi-monthly, I guess, not bi-weekly. In exchange for helping around a farm and protecting it from ne'er-do-wells.
Do we get to set traps?
You can set so many traps. I'm sure Father would love that.
Do we get to eat all we want?
You will be paid in room and board, if that is what you wish. So you would be fed. You would have your own room above ground or below, if that's what you really like. And furthermore, dragons, another thing that frequently occur around them are followers. People who help. You may need to hire a dungeon inspector or two for this dungeon. We saw some pretty dangerous rocks near some spiders up in the northern area of the cave.
Those spiders aren't dangerous. They're nice.
They looked rather scary.
They take care of all of the
Pretty cute.
bugs.
Yeah, see, I told you guys, spiders do so much for us.
And
So,
Lunch nods her head so hard at that the unicorn hood falls forward onto her snoot again.
Yuiza's gonna fix it.
if you'd like, I could possibly set you up with a job just prime and ready for 2 dragons to take on.
Roll me a persuasion check.
That is a natural one.
With advantage from the muffins?
Advantage from the muffin?
Because I played into their draconic
Go ahead and roll with advantage.
livelihood. Incredible. Let's see it. Show me potato salad.
Yeah.
Okay. A 16.
16? Okay. The two dragons climb over their beds to one another, and they talk to each other, hushed and draconic, with their hands over their snoots. And they look at you guys, and then they whisper some more. Is there a limit to how much we can eat?
Your belly, I'm sure.
Whisper, 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 whisper. Can we take our horde with us?
You will have to return the horde. This is a bad horde. You want a horde that glitters and has nice things.
Will you get Lunch's unicorn toy back?
Oh, what?
Where's her
Yes.
toy?
Where is it?
It's on the other side of the cave. Across the water. By the big crystal.
Oh, we can do that.
There's a bigger crystal.
Promise?
That's what I was thinking. Yes, sure,
Yes,
promise.
I pinky promise.
Lunch takes your pinky. Then we got a deal.
Yeah.
And we apparently have a unicorn toy to retrieve.
And you two have 2 more muffins. She'll give him 2 more muffins.
Oh, you know what would be really helpful? If you showed us the way so we don't step on any traps on our way there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And they will, in one bite, eat your muffin again, taking a few more snackies from their hoard. As you go backwards, they take you almost back to the beginning, back to those first 3 tunnels, but instead of going left, they go right. And they point across a body of water where you see more crystals on the opposite side. And laying next to a giant geode, nearly as large as Yuiza, of these magical crystals, you see a wooden unicorn toy. Its little legs splayed out beneath it, limp and sad.
Now, I do have to ask, were you playing on the other side, or did something take it from you?
We were playing on the other side, because Lunch likes the big crystal in the rock thingy.
Oh, yes,
And-
it's very pretty.
It's very
Totally
pretty.
red.
Yep. And then the water tried to eat us.
Hawa.
The water tried to eat us.
How
Did it have a
exactly?
face and, like, say a name or anything that you could understand? Or was it just, it started moving like it wanted to eat you?
It was a big water. And he puts his hands above his head like this and shakes them.
Oh. Sulong turns to Yuiza. Hey, you remember the swamp?
Oh, not the swamp.
Not the swamp.
But there's no bubbles here. So maybe it's not the swamp or similar to the swamp, but not swamp. Just regular water.
Don't know how much short sword will do against water, but
Well, maybe I can go and try to go really quickly. I'm very nimble.
I'm also rather quite good at doing a run.
I have years of running away from authorities behind me.
Lunch, why don't you both stand behind this bend in the rocks here to protect yourselves? And Sulong will scoot them behind the bend that they just came around.
Oh, okay. Okay. We'll wait here. Yeah. Promise you'll get my uni back?
I pinky promise, and I do not break my pinky promises. Okay?
But on the off chance that we don't make it, could you go topside and tell everyone what happened to us?
Oh, you don't need to worry about that. We're going to make it. And he'll pat Yuiza on the back. Someone's got a date with my sister.
Do you really think it's a date?
It's a date.
If you buy her a book or something to bring with you to the meet, it's a date.
Okay. I'll
Just
buy
keep that
her
in
book.
mind. Because if you
Okay.
treat her poorly, I have your face and your name graved up here.
Okay.
Anyways,
I
water?
have yours right up here.
Okay, how are you getting across this body of water?
Okay. All right.
You got
Let's
this.
figure this out. So, let's check the distance, shall we? So it looks like it is about 60 feet away from where we are.
Mhm.
So what I would like, or what I think is going to be the best option here, is that I would like to get to about here, where the edge of the thing is, next to the crystal on the bottom. I'll move it to like right here. And then I will, let's see here. What would be the best bet for this? I am going to... I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike to give myself an additional 30 feet of movement until end of turn. And Zephyr Strike is a bonus action. Now, let's see here. I can only do that as another bonus action. So I still have 50 feet of movement. So for my move, I would like to run and jump into the middle of this island, as I believe that is 30 feet.
Okay.
Out to there. And then I should be able to run and jump to there. If I'm doing a succession of running hops.
Okay. Are you trying to do this stealthily?
No, I'm being very quick and brash about the whole thing.
Okay. Hold, please. You've made it over. And
Success.
yeah. And the little unicorn lays at your feet. Do you pick it
Okay.
up?
Interact object, I pick it up.
Okay. While you are doing this, Yuiza and Sulong, what are you doing?
Just watching and making sure the water stays watery and not water monstery.
Chocolate's too cliche.
Maybe. I don't want to bring her flowers because she deals with flowers like every day. But like he said, like a book. I just don't know what kind of book.
A book would work. I was gonna suggest jewelry, but that's a little much for the first
It's a
date,
little
huh?
much. Yeah.
As you're having this conversation, roll me a perception check.
12.
9.
Yuiza, as you are standing there having this conversation, you look around Sulong's shoulder and you see right next to where Herbias is, the water begins to ripple as a towering creature, almost appearing to be made of pure water, rears itself up behind him, looming over him. It looks like a snake and a dragon created from water.
He's going to scream out Herbias' name
Ugh.
and just say, behind you, move.
Hmm?
And as you turn around,
Ahwa?
does a 21 hit you?
A 21 definitely hits me.
All right. With that hit, you get this thing crashes into you, and you take 18 points of damage.
Youch!
Yeah. And this is where we're
Okay.
going to roll into initiative. So, top of the round. You are up, Simon. What you gonna do?
He just got bodied by this thing.
Yeah.
Like, he had 36 HP. He lost half of his hit points in a single go. So, let's see if he maintained concentration on Zephyr Strike. He did. It's good. Because that is a 17. So, I only needed an 11 to pass on that.
Okay.
I still have 30 feet, an extra 30 feet of movement. Whenever, whether I hit or miss. So I can't hit. He's not 5 feet from me, right? Like he's not within combat range.
Not for you.
Okay, that's what I thought. Sucks. So what I am going to do is that standing up. I should have used my reaction. That's fine. Standing up, as a bonus action, I will activate my Petal Knight ability called Flames of Passion. And as I stand up, I have that very damaged superhero look over the shoulder, and my corsage begins to glow. And then from it, almost like petals on a breeze, you see cinders and small flames begin to go. As in this moment, my body becomes wreathed in these petal-like cinders as he sort of centers himself to fight against this thing. As a result, I am getting the heck out of Dodge. So I would like to do a quick little back steppy, and then because I can't get close enough to hit, or actually, no, because I have to throw my sword as a bonus action. I stack too many things on bonus action.
You're a paladin.
Yeah. I am going to try and do a runny jump
Okay.
to get over there.
Fantastic. Anything else?
And then for my action, let's see here. Nope.
Dash to get out.
Yeah, I could dash. I think I will. That sounds like a smart idea.
Okay.
And then while on fire, just nope. And I will get to the other side, and I have the Zephyr Strike, I move like the wind. My body is shedding flames. I am Jack Be Nimble right now.
Fantastic. You are lighting up this place. All right. Up next is Sulong with Yuiza on deck.
You know
We've
what?
got a problem.
You shouldn't bring your dead brother, and he'll run to the edge of the water to basically intercept the creature if it comes by. I'll ready an action to swipe at it with my short sword.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Yuiza, you're up next with the creature on deck.
Get up to this point here. And she's gonna ready an action herself. Draw out her short bow with notched arrow, and if it gets within 10-15 feet, she'll shoot at it.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. Up next is the creature. And it will be going after the one who disturbed its slumber. And it does not have a ranged option that is that far, so that will be its turn. Is that within your range for your shot to go off?
No. They're 25 feet away.
Okay. Up next, Herbias.
Herbias, seeing that this thing is far enough away, is going to do a turning flourish and fling his dancing rapier and activate it as a bonus action. So it flies up to 30 feet, so I'll have it go right up to this thing, this watered creature. And I'm going to try and hit it with my sword. It uses my attack roll and ability modifier, so let's see it. Does a 13 hit a body of water?
It does
Or
not.
is it a wascally body of water?
It is a wiggly body of water. You were I'm gonna be honest, you were one away though. So, but it's a swing and a miss on this round. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yes. So as regardless of if I hit or miss, with a weapon attack, my walking speed increases by 30 feet this turn.
Okay.
So I am then going to move for 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'll probably get on top of this rock structure.
Okay.
To get like a better view of the battlefield. So that is my bonus action, was to throw my sword. I already have concentration up on the Zephyr Strike, so I am just going to keep that. That's my turn.
Okay. Not running, like it. All right, up next, Sulong.
You are muted.
Seeing Herbias stop at the rocks, he'll sigh and level the short sword, pointing it at the water creature. Ready and attack. Actually, he'll step a couple of feet that way, towards the rock, so you can take a swipe if it comes close.
Okay.
Ready to action.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Alrighty. Up next, Yuiza.
She is going to shoot it with her short bow, which is 80 feet. Let me attack. I'm assuming an 8 doesn't hit.
Does not hit. No.
I'm a rogue and I only have 1 attack so far.
Anything
That's
else?
Me.
Okay.
No.
And with that, the water weird will move in and slosh its way up to the banks.
A 10 probably doesn't hit.
Does not hit.
That's okay. It's not.
It's not. However, since you are the one that just swung out at it, it will go for you next. Does a 12 hit?
Does not.
All right. Then you are safe from its first attack. Second attack. Does a dirty 20 hit?
I know, too high.
Really?
It hits. So my next character I'm going to roll up.
That will be 9 points. I did not roll well on that.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
That will be its turn. Up next, Herbias.
I'll summon the rapier back to my hand, and I'll attack it. Hey, a 19.
That hits.
6 points of piercing damage, but because this is the first, because this is the first attack that I've made in a turn, I also get 1d6 as part of my Petal Knight in terms of fire damage, and because I have Zephyr Strike on, I also get an additional 1d8 force damage.
Okay.
Zephyr Strike goes away after the first attack, I think.
Zephyr Strike is concentration up to a minute. And once before the spell ends, you can give yourself advantage on one weapon attack. I have not given myself a advantage on an attack. Or I guess I wouldn't get the D8 extra because I didn't give myself
The advantage this time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. So I would do let's see. The 1d6 is 1 point. So I dealt a total of 7.
I love it. Okay. Anything else?
No.
All right.
No, that's it.
Up next is Sulong with Yuiza on deck.
Intermixed between the burning petals, there is the smell of burning ozone as Sulong rages.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that he opens his mouth to this silent roar, and there are like these little fangies that start to protrude a little bit further down. And he just rears back, double handing the short sword like it's just a fucking baseball bat.
Okay.
I'm a reckless.
Do it.
Advantage. That's that button.
Hey.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Fabulous. Give me that crit damage.
Yeah. Oh. It's a 9. I'm doing 9 points of damage.
Anything else?
Bonus action. Yeah, I'm good.
All right, Yuiza, you're up next. Creatures after.
She's gonna move this way.
Mm-hmm.
30 feet and bonus action dash, because I can do that. Just kind of move over here. And she's gonna take out her daggers, which are not her hidden blades because they're getting worked on, but regular daggers. And she's going to land and try to slash at it twice. No, once, because
You bonus action dashed.
Yeah. Do I get advantage because I'm flanking with Sulong?
You do.
That was real bad. It was a 10.
Can you please switch to physical dice?
Okay.
This isn't a threat. We're concerned about you.
I know. I'm concerned too. I'm gonna switch to physical dice. But that's me, because I can't do anything else.
Up next is the creature. Sulong, it is aiming again for you since you landed a hit on it. 24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. And that will be...
Oh, did you make it at advantage?
Oh, that's right, because you reckless.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Crit
please,
fish.
please don't crit. Okay, it was a natural 1, so you're good.
That's a crit.
Yeah.
14 points of damage. And that will be its turn. Up next, Bias.
Yes.
Long's taken some hard hits.
Good for him. He seems like he has it all under together. I was going to ask him if he's ever seen anything like this before, but then his mouth opened in a very unsettling way. And I think he's like, have you? And like looks at Sulong. And then turns to Yuiza. Have you ever seen anything like this before? Does it have any weaknesses that we should know about?
I've never seen anything like this before.
Your guess is as good as mine. And he goes to stab it again. I'll
Okay.
give myself the advantage from the Zephyr Strike. God, I needed that advantage. Right. 26 to hit.
Fantastic.
And then I will get... so the damage is going to be 1d8, another d8 of force, and then 1d6 of fire. And then that is going to be plus 5.
Okay. Yeah, just give me the total on that.
That's going to be for 20 points of damage. With just a singular stab. And then his Zephyr Strike will go the way of the dodo. Or sorry, it'd be an additional 2. Yeah, when you say that something goes extinct. Is no longer around. It went the way of the dodo.
I did not know that.
Sorry, there should be an extra 2 points of damage because of my Arcane Flourisher. And then, let's see here. Yeah, I'll cast Zephyr Strike again.
Okay.
And when I do, because I'm using one of my Petal Knight pact slots. Myself and up to 3 creatures I choose within 30 feet gain a bonus on the next saving throw they make within the next 10 minutes. The bonus is equal to half of my proficiency rounded down. My proficiency being, of course, 2. So we each get an additional +1 on a saving throw.
Okay.
Should that happen.
Should that happen?
But yeah, I Zephyr Striked up again.
All right. Sulong, you're up. Yuiza, you're on deck.
Second verse, same as the first. I'm gonna reckless and put on the hurt.
I have a vanish already.
Oh, I do. Oh yeah, because I'm flanking. Never mind. A 15.
That does hit.
7 points of damage. Only 2 less than my crit. How's it looking? Watery?
It looks like it's made of water, yeah.
Cool. Sulong looking at the creature, looking at Yuiza, and then to Herbias will start backing up 15 feet away. I will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay, it'll take that attack of opportunity. Does a 22 hit you?
Yeah.
That'll be 20 points of damage.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm glad you took that hit.
Yeah, it's me as well.
Yeah, I have 21 points of health left, so yeah.
All right. Yuiza, you're up next.
Am I able to move behind it here? Or
You
is that
can.
too, like,
You're
in the water?
You're still within its range. You probably have like 1 foot in the water.
Okay.
Your boot's getting wet.
Fine. It's fine. And she's going to go for that attack. I'm rolling physical dice now. Okay, that's +6, so a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Plus my sneak attack. So that's going to be a total of 15 points of slashing damage. And I'm going to hit it again with my offhand attack. Okay, dope. That was a 21 to hit.
That hits.
10 points of damage.
Excellent. Anything else?
No, she's just going to move behind it, and you see just daggers kind of like cutting into this water very precisely. Herbias. I'm assuming it's just splashing water as she slices. It's water.
You're doing incredibly well for a newbie.
Thanks, I think.
RJ, roll me a D2.
Oh, goody.
Yuiza's 1. Herbias is 2.
For the world to see.
Hey.
Herbias, does a 19 hit you?
No, you bet you.
Okay. I will need you to take some damage.
I also need to make some concentration checks.
Yeah, you're gonna need to make more than that.
Uh-oh.
You will take 17 points of damage. And I will need you to make...
My Zephyr Strike goes down.
Actually, no, this just happens. The Befouled Weird uses its action to drown you in filth. You are considered grappled. You are restrained and unable to breathe within this creature. You can make a saving throw to try and escape on your turn. And I will also need you to make me a Constitution saving throw at this point.
Well, at least I have a additional +1 to that because I used just. Oh, come on! You could have been a 20. So a total of 5.
Does not save.
No, it does not.
Oh gosh. You're infected with parasitic amoebas. creature other than the weird that becomes infected with parasitic amoebas becomes vulnerable to necrotic damage. At the end of each long rest, the diseased creature must succeed a DC 13 Constitution saving throw, or its intelligence score is reduced by 1d4. The reduction lasts until the target finishes a long rest, or after the disease is cured.
Okay, so I got infected with dummy juice.
Yeah, you did.
However, I would like to use my reaction for a hellish rebuke, as it has injured me.
You definitely can.
So I need it to make a dexterity saving throw. The saving throw spell DC is going to be 14.
It rolls a 7.
Okay, so it is going to fail. It will be taking a second level hellish rebuke.
Do it. I love it.
So let's get that going here. Hellish rebuke. That's 3d10 fire damage for a total of 13.
All right. It's not looking great. But Herbias, you are swallowed by this creature.
So I'm grappled, but I do not need to strike this thing in order to attack it. My dancing blade can continue its dance. So I would like to attack this thing to try and get that done.
And I put the parasitic amoeba info in the rolls for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So that is going to be a 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and then I am going to be dealing... Come on now. That is going to be for a total of 8 points of piercing damage, followed up by an additional 4 points of fire damage.
Okay.
As my bonus action. And then, seeing as I have exactly 1 hit point out of this whole thing, there is a very muffled, marbled, I would say cracking noise as the magic of my cape will dimension door me away from this fucking thing.
As you're doing this,
oh no.
What does it look like as you kill this befouled weird?
So for Yuiza, who is looking at this weird, I have just gotten slurped up and just throw the sword out. The sword comes back, turns, and so it's at an angle and looks like it is just going to drive through the sword. As you see where it would almost hit Herbias, there is a thunder crack. As the sword pierces in, the weird explodes out, and Herbias is nowhere in the splash, and the sword hovers for a little bit, and then rights itself, and then begins to slowly twist, and coming out of the long hallway of the tunnel, clapping his hands, his sword retrained, just see, it wasn't that bad after all. For you.
For a moment there, I thought I was going to have to tell Ivy her brother was dead.
No.
Are you all right?
Oh, no, I am very ill and most likely need to see a cleric, but that is besides the...
She's
I got some in my mouth, and it's besides the point, because... And he turns to Lunch and Munch, who I'm assuming are doing the Scooby-Doo stack from a rock, and just... Oh, glorious dragons. Creatures of high... it's really stuck in that renown. I present to you a gift, and he will hand over this sludge-crusted unicorn toy.
Lunch takes it in her little dragony hands and Yummy!
He will do a flourish and just dismiss the flames that are about him.
You smell
terribly, yes.
Yeah, we should...
A bath. A nice bath.
Go before there are more.
They propagate.
He's scary. And they point up at
I don't want to
Sulong.
stick around to find out. Let's move.
Okay, come on, let's just go. Let's go, and she'll kind of like put her hands behind the two kobolds and just usher them. Let's go.
Yep. And you can definitely usher them back out and up to the surface, and they will walk you through where their little handholdies are. And as you continue on, they tell you that they've built their own cave network and they cover most of the village.
Huh.
That's really cool. Could we use your caves? Do you have a map of your caves?
No.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
I have some cartography tools. Up
You need
top.
to see a cleric.
I feel like I drank dum-dum juice.
Okay. Everybody stay 5 feet away from Herbias.
And that if a mummy or some other sort of undead were to grace my face with the slightest touch, I would die immediately. I need a cleric. I need a bath. And I need to see the sun.
Would you like a healing potion?
Yes.
She'll go into her bag and like just put out a little like tall vial of red liquid.
Thank you.
It's just a regular one.
I don't
She'll
care.
pull you over. I don't want you accidentally slipping and killing yourself.
It's a real possibility down here right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Look, I'm going to be real with you. You've given me a potion. I'll give you a secret. Do you know how to bake?
Yes, I made these muffins myself.
All right. Many people, when they go on first dates, will often bring flowers. My family specializes in flowers. You can find some good ones, but ultimately it's going to be a lot difficult. Make a focaccia bread. Put some rosemary in that. Use some spices. Make it decorative on the front, edible art. If you bring that to a first date, it doesn't matter if it's my sister or not, they will lose their damn mind.
Okay, I'll see if I have time to make a focaccia before.
Either that or some other sort of like a bread of
No, it has
sorts.
to be focaccia now with rosemary.
What about a
Awesome.
nice ciabatta with garlic butter?
Oh god, that's
Also fantastic. These are excellent choices.
I like sourdough.
I will make you sourdough, but another day, okay?
I'm pretty sure I saw some starters in Arabelle's kitchen pantry.
Okay. We're just going up.
The entire village has the same starter. The entire town has
Yeah.
the same starter. That's how sourdough works.
And you make it up to the top. And where do you go once you get back into the kitchen?
She's first going to ask, Lunch Munch, is there another entryway to the tunnel system here?
Yeah.
Where? It's okay, we're not going to be angry at you.
Well, they were still building the shop, so we put it under the shop of the lady with the horns, who makes the garments.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I got my hat.
Okay. Don't go into her shop again, okay?
Okay.
Okay. But it's okay, we're not mad. We're just at a little bit of advice.
There's also another one.
Uh-huh.
It's underneath the general store.
How do you get to it? Do you just go into the general store?
It's under the table with the stack of potatoes.
Okay. Okay.
And there's another one.
Uh-huh.
It's in the shop that's really hot, where they make all the pointy stuff.
Okay, don't go there because it's dangerous. As in, like, they work with metal and hot stuff, so you could get burned accidentally. So don't go into that one.
Yeah, that one's next to the stove in the back.
Okay. Okay.
And then there's two.
Uh-huh.
They're in the temple.
Where?
One of them's in the storeroom, and the others in their little library.
Okay.
I have a question.
And there's another one.
Uh-huh.
It's not about It's not about the exits and entrances. Lunch and munch. Do you know what this is? And he'll pull out the statue of Bashava.
A lady?
Did you put it in the wall? And Herbias will nod. Thank you. He'll put the statue back, but like as they say nah, he'll make a pointed look to Yuiza and Sulong.
Well, first things first. Sulong sits Herbias down. You stay here.
Oh no, I definitely want to go back to the bar and enclose Iggy in a small room with me, as I am right now, and demand payment up front with a little bit of an added bonus.
That's fair.
Sulong is going to leave Herbias and Yuiza hear a small boom as he sprints towards the temple to get a cleric to help Herbias out.
He'll be back soon.
Does he do this often?
Yeah, he jogs every morning. Like, I know jogging is healthy for you, but like, at what cost, you know?
No, I get it. It's a fun run. I typically have been known
Running is never fun.
It can be.
I don't...
Okay, no. So you are chasing down a man to kill, obviously, right? Because he's wronged you in some way, or it's like a bandit and you're feeling that like noble upkick, chasing him down. The act of becoming the hunter. That's fun.
Yes, but running just to run?
Well, you have to be ready for the fun time.
I know, trust me, listen. I run, I'm really quick on my feet. I can run long distances just fine, but doesn't mean I like it all the time.
Well, just remember this conversation if you ever do my sister wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, as we are at time, you are able to retrieve one of the workers at the temple to come back and help Herbias. Herbias, Iggy is so fed up with your bullshit.
Good. As he should be. Stop hiring new people when we don't need them.
But you are all paid 40 gold apiece, doubling the fee. And Yuiza, with the help of Herbias, you are able to negotiate 100 gold credit for everybody at the tavern, including your two friends who are not with you today.
Hey, 100 gold credit. I love it.
Yep. And if there is anything else that you would like to have a quick word with one another about, go for it. If not, we can wrap it here.
I have to go quickly and buy stuff at the market for this Okasha.
You might also want to take a stint in the bath. We kind of got sweaty fighting that thing.
That's true. I'm gonna do that first before I start baking. Let's go take a bath. Let's go gather the other ones to take a bath.
Yep.
It has been an honor going through this cave system with you, and Dark Cloud 2ing these small kobolds to work on my farm for me because we did not kill them. Now, should you ever be in need of assistance of a Knight of the Dahlia, you know
You
where
can
to
direct
find
us
me.
one, right?
That as well. There aren't many of us, but I'm sure I can find at least one.
It was really nice to meet you, Herbias.
It was nice to meet you as well, Yuiza, and you, Sulong. And if
Sulong will extend a hand to Herbias.
Herbias will like grab it by the forearm, and bring him in for a quick hug.
Wait, no, you're smelly. No. Oh.
Yes, we're both smelly now. And if the two of your adventuring companions are anything like the two of you, I'm sure they are wonderful people, and I would have been glad to have met them.
Can we go get our hoard now?
We can for sure get our hoard. Let's also get a bath. We are smelly.
Smelly!
And Father's going to love this.
And on that note, we will call it here tonight. Thank you everyone so much for joining us. Thank you, Simon, for coming and playing this game with us. I cannot wait to talk to you about it in the after show. If you would like to join us for that, go to patreon.com/thehypegoblin. Thank you for joining us for tonight's game of Luck and Chaos. If you'd like to join us for the after show, you can join us over on patreon.com/thehypegoblin for behind the scenes content, TTRPG maps for Foundry, Roll20, and Fantasy Grounds, and our after show titled A Seat at the Table, where we bring the conversation and you bring the good company. Your GM tonight was Sara Roberts. Sulong was played by RJ. Yuiza was played by Alessa Vamp. And our special guest, Herbias Thornswallow III, was played by Simon. If you would like to check out more of Simon's work, including TTRPG actual plays, you can find him under the moniker Indoor Adventures on Twitch and YouTube, as well as your favorite podcasting platform of choice. Don't forget to leave us a like and a comment, maybe even hit the follow button. Special thank you to all of our patrons and Twitch subscribers. Without you, this podcast would not be possible. See you next week.